Hello everyone, welcome back to my Let's Play of Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. We're at Spectacle Rock here, and the one on the left used to be Ganon's lair in the first game. So let's head into the rock on the right here, or the cave where there used to be a rock. And we got the red Daria again. Remember, we just jump over his axe, make sure he's not throwing two, and then we stab him if we give us an opening. And red gargoyle guys, they shoot fire, so remember that when they land on the ground. Fire you can't block with your shield, so you need a spell to block that one. So there's a lot of experience to get in this area if you're good at fighting those red Darias. There's quite a few of them in this cave. So what could be in this cave that there's gonna be so many powerful enemies guarding it? So we'll use our life here, because down to the south, down that elevator, there's going to be a rather red jar, so just heading this way. It's there's nothing over here, but I just wanted to take out these Octoroks real quick. They're really easy, and you might as well get a little bit of bonus experience. Trying to get that 2,000 to get our next attack level up. We want to cast shield here because we have two of the red Daria alligators. So now this is really interesting. You can potentially soft lock the game here. By soft lock, I mean like the game will freeze up. That guy, he kind of retreats. Their AI kind of, you'll notice they'll back up when you come near them. So if you back that guy up to the edge of the screen and you defeat him, and you get the experience pops up. And if the experience brings up the level menu, at the same time that you're making a screen transition, the game will freeze. So that guy gives like 100 experience, so he might prompt the level thing to go up. So it's always best to just, you know, defeat an enemy, let the experience go into your total before trying to enter a new screen. And we have these like little guys that crawl on the floor here. I think they're called Mews. You can't hit them. They're too tiny. We'll eventually get a technique that'll allow us to hit them, but for now, we just want to avoid them. So, got some alligator men here, so use our shield. And run, stab him in the knee, and then back. And here's our final little guardian there. Once we take this guy out, we'll be able to get that hammer that we were told resides down here. Well, I guess it doesn't reside, that implies that it's living. That is hidden here. Nice 200 point bag there. So, let's head back now. Now that we have that hammer, we can break roadblocks. And you don't, not just roadblocks, but any boulder that we see. So, when we enter this cave, there was a boulder over to the left. So let's smash that boulder and see what's there. I like that, how the game kind of teaches you to, like, you know, they're like, hey, this hammer, we were told this hammer can break boulders in the first town. And then as soon as we get the hammer, as soon as we exit the cave where we got the hammer, lo and behold, they give us a boulder to practice on. So, yeah, it's really neat. And then you'll see what the hammer can do to the boulder, and then you'll be reminded that of all the other boulders that you encountered on your travel. You're like, oh, now I want to go back and smash those boulders. So we smash the boulders, and hey, what do we got here? We got another magic container. So let's grab it, and as it's filling up, we'll press select real quick to use our life magic. So, all right. Now, we saw what the hard enemy in this area is. What's the weaker enemy? Oh, we just got these worms again. So, yeah, in the northern part of the continent, the strong enemy was worms and fireballs. Now, in the southern part, because we should have leveled up and got stronger, the battle arenas are going to be stronger too. So, what once was the strong enemy is now the weak enemy. So, definitely shows off your progression. So here comes a really hard cave. We got all these like tricky jumps here coming up, And what makes them tricky is we have Octoroks. And the Octoroks, like I said, they're kind of positioned where they will try to hit you with their rocks, and the rocks will push you back into the lava. So you can kind of slowly approach the edge, and if you see the Octorok on the edge of the screen, wait until it jumps up, and that's when it's going to shoot its rock at you. If it's off to the side of the screen, you can only see like a part of the Octorok, the rock won't come out. And then when it lands, that's when you make your jump, because you'll be in between rocks that it's shooting. So here we have the big bridge, not to be confused with the big bridge that Princess Sarissa just traveled through in her Final Fantasy Let's Play, Final Fantasy V 4-Job Fiesta. If you haven't checked out that Let's Play, I've done 2 of them so far, both times for a different rat charity. First time for Healing Whiskers, which trains rats for therapy work, to visit like nursing homes and to participate in the Pause for Reading program, where kids who may have difficulty reading can, you know, read to an animal that's non-judgmental, and then also therapy work. So here we have our first 1-up doll. There are 6 1-up dolls in the entire game, so we want to obviously pick all them up. We can also get 1-ups by once we max a stat, be it life, magic, or attack. If you take the 9th level, rather than going up to level 9, attack 9, magic 9, life 9, etc., it will give you a 1-up. So here we have another new town. What town do we have here? Let's check the mailbox. The harbor town of Mido. Or Mido, I don't know. But, well, luckily the people here will not turn into bats, so that's nice. We have another healing lady there. Let's see this guy, see if we can if he has anything to say. He's much too busy. Okay. So, let's head into this house here. Oh, we got this guy. Ask Era Aruto about the palace. So yeah, remember I mentioned that Era would be important a little bit later on? Yeah, we're gonna come back and talk with Era. But we'll do that on a roundabout trip. I like how the game's designed here. You'll see it makes a lot of sense the way things are. So, the island palace in the south has a raft. Okay. That refers to Palace 3. So look, there's a door up there. The door will not open. It's very quiet. But there's a door on the top that is open. Let's use our jump spell. Well, we don't have enough magic. Don't. But we have the magic refill lady right here. So let's talk with her, refill our magic, cast our jump spell, and let's jump up to the top and enter into this church. Now what do we got here? Do we got the wise men? Nope. We have something even better than a wise man, I guess. We have this swordsman. Now he's going to teach us a very important technique. When you jump, press downward to stab. Now we press jump, press the down button, and we'll stick our sword down. It's called the down stab. And this is the technique that will allow us to defeat little enemies crawling on the ground like those mews. So let's head out. And well, we didn't find a wise man in here, but I'm sure there's one around here. Remember, each town has a wise man. So let's see if we can find the wise man, or more importantly, what our little quest is for this area. So we're going to wait for this lady to come out of the house, and what's she going to tell us? Please, my daughter is sick. Help her. Okay. Well, that's our quest for this thing. We gotta find, I guess, some medicine or something to help this lady out, her sick daughter. But where can we find that medicine? Well, this is where I like how the game is kind of designed. Because even if you don't know where to find the medicine, which if you're first time playing you're not going to think, you'll eventually kind of find the medicine on your own. Without much, you know, difficulty. So let's just enter this weird cave over here. So we were told to go talk with Error back in Rudo Town. He has an important clue for us. So we're going to backtrack to Ruto. But now we have the hammer, so we can take a shortcut. We can walk this path and smash those boulders that was blocking the road by Woru Town. And while walking toward Woru Town, we see a bunch of caves. And one of them has a boulder in front of it. We just got our hammer, so of course we're like, oh, a boulder, new cave. Let's go smash that boulder and see what's in the cave. So yeah, the game tells you to go find this clue, and on your way to get that clue, you're presented with a whole bunch of things. And the first enemy they give you in the cave is a new one that we can use our downstab on to practice that. So yeah, it's kind of holding your hand, but it's not directly telling you, you know, do this, do this. It's not overt in how it's holding your hand. But you might have thought, well, this cave maybe has that medicine that we're looking for. No, it doesn't. But it has something good for our heart health. Another heart container. Yeah, we can practice our downstab again on that little guy. So let's smash this rock, and hey, we're back in thing. When you smash a rock, it turns into a little desert terrain. Now, so that'll cause the monsters to spawn. You'll notice that monsters never spawn when you're walking on the road. And also, if you get into an encounter on the road, it's just an empty screen. So, now each of the different terrains has different ticks in terms of on the clock in terms of when monsters will appear. So let's talk with Era first, and then I'll get into that. South of King's Tomb in Middo is a tunnel. Okay, that's the entrance to the third palace. So yeah, that guy tells you how to get to the third palace. So, but now we're back in this area. So let's head south. And when we passed through south the first time, remember there was a cave that was blocked by a boulder. So yeah, when you make this big roundabout loop, you're going to encounter a whole bunch of caves that have boulders, and you're obviously going to want to explore them because you just got your hammer that allows you to explore them. So, but yeah, getting back to what I was mentioning earlier about the terrain. So different terrain, there's like an internal counter in the game that basically determines when enemies are going to spawn. And different terrain makes that clock go at different rates. So I think like lava tiles, later on there'll be lava fields, decrease the encounter quicker. Then woods increase it pretty fast too. Then I think desert, and then woods, and well, woods I think is before desert. And then plains is the lowest. So, but yeah, so yeah, you want to, you know, if you want to avoid encounters, try to travel on terrain that reduces the counter clock the slowest. So that is basically plains or the roads, because the road, when you're on the road, the counter doesn't decrease at all. So that's why you'll never get a random encounter when you're walking on the road. Here's our second doll to the southwest of the tunnel. And let's smash this boulder and see what's behind behind it in this cave. Ooh, a pea bag. That's nice. So yeah, that's like I said, it's helps you with your travel there. So, alright, we got more of these enemies. But let's see. Ooh, the downstab works pretty effectively against them. Downstab doesn't work on all enemies. Like those iron knuckles, those armored knights, well, they have an armored helmet, so you're not gonna be able to hurt them when you hit their helmet because they're wearing a helmet. Can't give them concussions in this game. Hey, look, we got looks like a medicine jar from the first game. Well, we have that lady who's sick. Her daughter, well, she's not sick, but her daughter is sick. So yeah, I guess her lady's sick. But back in the town of Middo there. So let's head over there with this medicine and let's see what reward we get. So yep, that's our little mini quest for for that town. So yeah, like I said, the game kind of prompts you to go this way. So you know, your innate sense of exploration. I want to you know, find out what's behind all these caves. Now that I can do that, will show you exactly where the medicine is. Boink. And we finally see what the tough enemy here in the grassland is. And it's just, you know, 2 Gravires. Now, I kind of avoided those woods there on purpose, because, you know, where Bagu is, because there's, you know, a lot of, there's a lot of, like, mini dungeons in there, mini battle zones. So, here's the weak enemy in the south here, the South Forest. We have, red moblins and blue spiders. The blue spiders, they don't stay in the trees. Like the red spiders, they come down on their webs and then they crawl back up. The blue spiders, when they drop down, they'll drop on the ground and they'll hop around on the ground. And they hop pretty fast, so they can be pretty annoying. So, well, we took a lot of damage there, so luckily, every town, remember, has the person who... No one is here, but a church bell will ring. So that's your kind of another clue that there's someone behind that locked door with the church. But yeah, each town, like I said, has, you know, a healer for magic and for life. So even though, like I said, we took a little bit of a beating there doing this little mini quest, we can heal up in this town. Sleep heals everything. And getting back to the terrain, it's kind of like Dragon Warrior, you know, where they have, you know, random encounters, you know, and there's more random encounters in hill areas, in desert areas, than in plain areas. So, very similar mechanic. So we got the Water of Life, and now we gave it to the old woman. She's going to give it to her daughter, and the old man, the wise man in this town, is going to give us a magic word that gives you power. Actually, it gives you more mobility. It's the fairy spell. So sometimes there are going to be ledges that we can't get to even with our jump spell. So how do we reach them? Well, with the fairy spell, transforms us into a fairy. And the fairy allows us to fly all over the screen. So it's just going to give us a lot more access to different places. So, speaking of places to go to, we got to go to Palace 2, but we're kind of running low. I'm going to try to make each episode about like 20 minutes. So I'll finish off this episode by just showing off the encounters that we can get in this area. So we we're in a new encounter. We haven't run into graveyard areas yet. So the hard encounter in the graveyard area, we got these floating eyes, and we got the red Daria alligators. So... And I'm just going to show that off because we're close to the town. We can always heal up in the town. Let's see what the weak encounter is. Oh, just the floating eyes. So. Alright, so now all we got to do is find the hard encounter in the forest. And then we can also find the hard and easy encounters in the swamps. So. And this is the King's Tomb. And to the southwest of the King's Tomb, there's a little... Well, we know directly south is a tunnel to the 3rd dungeon. But a little to the southwest, we have a little area over here where we can pick up a red jar to heal our magic. To the right here, we just got 2 bots, and over to the left, there's a blue Garaya. So, got some bots, take them out, and we got the blue Garaya, so just take him out for some experience. Boink! Alrighty. And now let's head back to the King's Tomb. And head up, and we'll just end we'll end our adventure. We'll head back to Woru Town and just wait there, because remember, over in that swamp over there, that's where we saw that one palace. So that's where we're gonna head in our next episode. Take care, thanks for following along, see you then, bye.